marches.
Yeah, I know what
The Legion's always looking for strong,
Keep your
capable
guard up.
warriors. If you think you've got what it takes, our headquarters are in Solitude. How'd you end up here?
My father was a Legionnaire. His before him. Guess I never considered doing anything else.
Hmm?
Ain't every day we get visitors in Riverwood. All right, then. May the god... Of course. There's something you could do for me. For all of us here. The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt. Jarl Balgruuf, he rules Whiterun Hold. A good man, perhaps a bit overcautious, but these are dangerous times. So far, he's managed to stay out of the war. I'm afraid it can't last, though. I don't think he likes either Ulfric or Elisif much. Who can blame him? But I've no doubt he'll prove loyal to the Empire in the end. He's no traitor. Of course, Skyrim has always been part of the Empire. That doesn't mean I support everything the Empire's been doing lately. But Nords have never been fair-weather friends. I see no harm in it, if you have the grindstone. If you've got the raw materials, you can use the forge to make... Well, I'd better get back to work. You two make yourselves...
I heard Lucan yelling the other day about a thief breaking into a store. It wasn't me, honest.
Stupid dog.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready.
Brigands I can handle, but this talk of dragons? World's gone mad.
I might just be a servant among lords, but don't think for a moment I don't take my duties as seriously as the Jarl himself takes his.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid. My lord,
What's
please.
the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruuf is not receiving visitors.
Who's
Well,
this then?
that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute, especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen? I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. The dragon is lurking in the mountains.
It's a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my lord.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons. I'll introduce you to Farengar. He can be a bit difficult. Mages, you know. Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from? I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be. If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? Probably not. As long as I'm left alone to pursue my research, I don't care who gives the orders. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring.
Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons. We need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl about you.
Be glad you're... Go fiddling with any luck. Huh?
Fancy yourself an alchemist, huh? Never could get the hang of that.
Businesses, your children, your very lives. And what does the Empire do? Nothing! Nay, worse than nothing! The Imperial machine enforces the will of the Dalmor!
You have come. You have come to hear the word of Tal, because the so-called Emperor is a coward. That's right! Oh, yes. Well, So rise up, children of the Empire! Rise up, Stormcloaks, and face the world of mighty Talos! He who is postman!
There's a rift here in Skyrim. Can't neither magic nor the passing of time make it.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial
Yes, House
soldiers.
Kyle. We'll leave immediately.
I just can't fill an order that size on my
dragon?
own.
Is that it?
You swallow that stuff.
I can't afford to send anyone else.
Orland Greymane.
Don't know where the dragon is.
I'd sooner bend my...
Your main job will be to keep an eye out and get the people to safety if the town is attacked. I don't And what might you need?
I'll take the job, but don't expect it.
Of course.
My eyes
We'll keep Riverwood safe. You could... Let's move out. Time's a wasting.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
This one needs something?
Dwarves wares
They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his
blessings of the moons upon you, traveler. The warm sand of elsewhere is
Need a horse? Talk to my father, Skolvar.
Fight! Take care with those flames.
Yes?
While Arvel runs off with that golden claw.
That dark elf wants to go on ahead, let him. Better than us risking our necks.
What if Arvel doesn't come back? I want my share from that claw.
Just shut it. And keep an eye out for trouble. Need something?
away from me! Get it away!
You, over here. What? Who are you? Oh, never mind. Cut me down before that thing gets us. Yes, the claw. I know how it works. The claw, the markings, the door in the Hall of Stories. I know how they all fit together. Help me down and I'll show you. You won't believe the power the Nords have hidden there. Does it look like I can move? You have to cut me down first. It's coming loose. I can feel it.
You fool. Why should I share the treasure with anyone?
god might get nervous. What do you need? Lollygagging.
Take care with those flames.
You see? The terminology is clearly First Era or even earlier. I'm convinced this is a copy of a much older text. Perhaps dating to just after the Dragon War. If so, I could use this to cross-reference the names with other later texts.
Good. I'm glad you're making progress. My employers are anxious to have some tangible answers.
Oh, have no fear. The Jarl himself has finally taken an interest, so I'm now able to devote most of my time to this research.
Time is running, Farngar, don't forget. This isn't some theoretical question. Dragons have come back.
Yes, don't worry. Although the chance to see a living dragon up close would be tremendously valuable. Now, let me show you something else I found. Very intriguing. I think your employers may be interested as well. Bah, yes, the Jarl's protege. Back from Bleak Falls Barrow. You didn't die, it seems. Ah, the Dragon Stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. Seems you are a cut above the usual brutes the Jarl sends my way. That is where your job ends and mine begins. The work of the mind, sadly undervalued in Skyrim. My associate here will be pleased to see your handiwork. She discovered its location by means she has so far declined to share with me. So your information was correct after all. And we have our friend here to thank for recovering it for us.
You went into Bleak Falls Barrow and got that? Nice work. Just send me a copy when you've deciphered it.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors? I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point the Nords rebelled, after a long and terrible war. Oh no, many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgruf's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. You know, if you've got the aptitude...
You need to come at once.
The mage's
A
college...
dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
A dragon?
Mind your own business.
Where was it seen? Well, what was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
Not now. So, Irileth tells me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. It was coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the Watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, You'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragon Stone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
I should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
No, I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
As you command.
One last thing, Irileth. This isn't a death or glory mission. I need to know what we're dealing with.
Don't worry, my lord. I'm the very soul of caution. I'll see you at the watchtower as soon as the rest of the men have gathered.
Good luck.
Here somewhere. Crocky and Tor just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it. Kidret, save us. Here he comes again. I can't believe it. You're Dragonborn. In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power. Yes, I think I am. You can shout now. That can only mean one thing. You must be Dragonborn.
Dragonborn? What are you talking about?
My gods! My grandfather used to tell stories about the Dragonborn. Those born with the dragon blood in them. Like old Tiber Septim himself.
I've never heard of Tiber Septim killing any dragons.
There weren't any dragons then, idiot. They're just coming back now for the first time in forever. But the old tales tell of the Dragonborn who could kill dragons and steal their power. You must be one.
What do you say, Irleth? You're being awfully quiet.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Come on, Irleth. Tell us. Do you believe in this Dragonborn business?
Some of you would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know we can kill them. But I don't need some mythical Dragonborn. Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand, Houseguard. You ain't a gnome.
I've been all across Tamriel. I've seen plenty of things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword arm over tales and legends.
That was shouting. What you just did. Must be. Really are Dragonborn, then.
That was the hairiest fight I've ever been in, and I've been in more than a few. I don't know about this Dragonborn business, but I'm sure glad you're with us. You better get back.
You did it! You killed the dragon.
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
We were just talking about you. My brother needs a word with you.
What else could it mean? The Greybeards.
We were just talking about you. My brother needs a word.
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there? Dragonborn? What do you know about the Dragonborn? So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you. Masters of the Way of the Voice. They live in seclusion high on the slopes of the throat of the world. The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice, the ability to focus your vital essence into a thum or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tiber Septim himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Agmora.
Rungar, calm yourself.
Really
What does any of this know?
Then Skyrim needs you. Go to High Hrothgar.
Capable as he may be, I don't see any signs of him being this, what, Dragonborn.
Lord, nonsense. Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Frongar, don't be so hard on Avenich.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with him?
That's the Greybeards' business, not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it. If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High Hrothgar immediately. There's no refusing the summons
Emoji
of the
cool
Greybeards.
smile.
It's a tremendous one. I envy you, you know. To climb the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage once. Did you know that? High Hrothgar is a very peaceful place. Very disconnected from the troubles of this world. I wonder if the Greybeards even notice what's going on down there. They haven't seemed to care before. No matter. Go to High Hrothgar. Learn what the Greybeards can teach you. Back to business, Prometheus. We still have a city to defend.
Yes, my lord.
There's been talk amongst the gods. It's not possible. Look.
So, a Dragonborn appears at this moment in the turning of the age. We will see if you truly have the gift. Show us, Dragonborn. Let us taste of your voice. I am Master Angia. I speak for the Greybeards. Now, tell me, Dragonborn, why have you come here? We are honored to welcome a Dragonborn to High Hrothgar. We will do our best to teach you how to use your gift in fulfillment of your destiny. That is for you to discover. We can show you the way, but not your destination. You have shown that you are Dragonborn. You have the inborn gift. But do you have the discipline and temperament to follow the path laid out for you? That remains to be seen. Without training, you have already taken the first steps towards projecting your voice into a thum, a shout. Now let us see if you are willing and able to learn. When you shout, you speak in the language of dragons. Thus, your dragon blood gives you an inborn ability to learn words of power. All shouts are made up of 3 words of power. As you master each word, your shout will become progressively stronger. Master Einarth will now teach you Ro, the second word in Unrelenting Force. Ro means balance in the dragon tongue. Combine it with Fus, force, to focus your thumb more sharply.
Stopped. What is it?
But learning a word of power...
Let's go.
You must unlock its meaning through constant practice in order to use it in a shout.
It's your best. still here. What do you need to take? Fine. What? What? Will do. That it? I'm heading home if you need me.
Your training proceeds well, Dragonborn. Wind guide you. Well, that is how the rest of us learn shouts. As Dragonborn, you can absorb a slain dragon's life force and knowledge directly. As part of your initiation, Master Einarth will allow you to tap into his understanding of roll. Use your unrelenting force to strike the targets as they appear. Ah! Use both of them if you can. Use both words. So, a Dragonborn appears at this moment in the turning of the age. We will see if you troop. Show us, Dragonborn. Let us taste of your voice. I am Master Angir. I speak for the Greybeards. Now, tell me, Dragonborn, why have you come here? We will do our best to teach you. That is for you to discover. You have shown. But do you have the discipline and temperament to follow? Wind guide you. When you shout, you speak the language of dragons. Thus, your dragon blood gives you an inborn ability to learn words of power. All shouts are made up of 3 words so far. As you master each one, your shout will become progressively stronger.
We've stopped. Go on ahead. I'll stand guard.
Second, in unrelenting force. Ro means balance. Combine it with force to focus your thumb sharp. Ro. Learning a word of power practice in order to use it in a shout. Well, that is how the rest of us learn shouts. As Dragonborn, you can absorb a slain dragon's life force and knowledge directly. As part of your initiation, Master Einarth will allow you to tap into his understanding of rope. Use your unrelenting force shout to strike the targets as they appear. Yeek! Ah! Well done. Again. Yeek! Ah! Quickly. Once more. Yeek! Ah! Impressive. Your thumb is precise. You show great promise, Dragonborn. We will perform your next trial in the courtyard. Follow Master Boy.